Hello, savvy savers. Welcome back to our channel, where we turn pennies into power and savings into superpowers. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because today we're diving into something special. You know, when you think about frugality, some people might picture clipping coupons for hours or living off ramen noodles. But we know better, don't we? Frugality isn't about scarcity, it's about abundance. It's about making the most of what you have and finding joy in simplicity. Now, before we kick things off, let's draw some inspiration from someone who knew a thing or two about money, none other than Warren Buffett himself. You might know him as one of the wealthiest people in the world, but did you know he's also one of the most frugal? Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500, and his breakfast every day, depending on the stock market, costs him between $2.61 and $3.17 at McDonald's. Now, that's a masterclass in living within your means, isn't it? So, my friends, with the spirit of Warren and his budget-friendly McMuffin in mind, let's dive into these 10 frugal living tips that actually work. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a money-saving journey that will supercharge your savings and may just change your life. Alright folks, let's kick things off with our first tip, meal planning. Now, before you groan and tell me it's too much work, hear me out. This isn't about cooking gourmet meals 7 days a week. It's about planning and prepping to save time, reduce waste, and yes, save money. Ever bought fresh produce only to forget about it and find it wilted a week later? Or maybe you're too tired to cook some days and end up ordering takeout? Well, meal planning can help with both. So give meal planning a try and watch your grocery bills shrink and your free time grow. Alright, are you ready for tip number 2? Trust me, you won't want to miss this. And just like that, we're on to tip 2. Now buckle up folks, because we're about to get a bit sciencey. But don't worry, it's the fun kind of science that saves you money. That's right, we're talking about DIY home cleaning products. I can see some of you recoiling at the thought of replacing your trusty store-bought cleaners. I get it, they're convenient, they smell good, and they promise to kill 99.9% of germs. But let me let you in on a little secret. Many of those cleaning solutions are mostly made up of, you guessed it, water. And the actual cleaning part? It can often be replicated with simple, cheap, and environmentally friendly ingredients you probably already have at home. For example, did you know that a mix of white vinegar and water can work wonders as an all-purpose cleaner? Or that baking soda can be your best friend when it comes to tackling stubborn stains and odors? Now, I can almost hear the skeptics among you asking, but does it really work as well? To which I say, give it a try. You might be surprised at how effective these DIY cleaners can be. Plus, think of all the plastic waste you'll be reducing by reusing your spray bottles. That's a win for your wallet and a win for the planet. Now, wasn't that a clean sweep of a tip? Stay tuned, because up next we're venturing into the exciting world of thrift shopping. Alright savers, ready for tip number 3? We're talking thrift shopping. Now, before you start humming Macklemore, let me tell you, thrift shopping isn't just for vintage hipsters or folks hunting for rare antiques. It's a goldmine for anyone looking to save money. Think about it. You're not just saving cash, you're giving items a second life and reducing waste. That's like 3 wins in 1. And the thrill of finding that perfect piece at a fraction of its original price? Priceless. I mean, look at this beautiful vase. Can you believe I got it for just $1? And this stylish jacket, barely worn, snagged it for less than the price of a fancy latte. Don't be shy to give it a go. Dive into those racks, explore, and you might just uncover some hidden gems. And hey, if you've already discovered the magic of thrift shopping, drop a comment below and share your best find with our community. Zooming into tip number 4, let's talk about utilities. Now, before you hit the snooze button, hear me out. This isn't just about turning off lights and lowering the thermostat, although those do help. It's about making smart choices that can slice your utility bills significantly. For instance, ever thought about energy-efficient light bulbs? They might cost a bit more up front, but they last longer and use less energy. That's more money staying in your pocket in the long run. And how about a low-flow shower head? It reduces water usage without compromising on your shower experience. More savings, same great shower. So consider making a few changes around the house. It might seem small, but small changes add up. And that's what frugality is all about. And now, onto the 5th tip, automated savings. Now, this is where we step into the 21st century of frugality. You see, one of the easiest ways to save money is to not have to think about it at all. Setting up automatic transfers to a savings account can do wonders. Decide on a portion of your income. It doesn't have to be big, start with what you're comfortable with. Then set it up so that portion gets moved to your savings account every payday. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Before you know it, you'll have a growing nest egg without lifting a finger. The best part, most banks offer this service for free, so why not give it a try? And that brings us to the halfway mark, my frugal friends. If you've made it this far and haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? We've got 5 more money-saving tips coming up, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. Tip number 6 is all about second-hand shopping. Now, I'm not saying you should buy everything used, but for certain things like furniture, books, or even electronics, going second-hand can mean serious savings without sacrificing quality. Take a look at this. I picked it up second-hand and it works just as well as a brand new one, but at a fraction of the cost. Remember, folks, new doesn't always mean better. Sometimes it just means more expensive. Tip number 7 is where we let our creativity shine. DIY and upcycling. Instead of tossing something out when it's worn or broken, see if you can give it a new life. A bit of paint, some new fabric, or even just a good cleaning can make old items look and feel new again. I recently upcycled this old chair into a chic accent piece for my living room, and let me tell you, it was both fun and satisfying. Plus, I saved money by not buying a new chair. On to tip number 8, public transportation and carpooling. Yes, having your own car is convenient, but it's also expensive. Gas, maintenance, insurance, it all adds up. So why not consider alternatives? Public transportation, carpooling, biking, or even walking if possible can save you a ton of money. Plus, it's better for the environment. A win-win in my book. And there you have it, folks. 3 more tips to help you live a more frugal and, dare I say, more enjoyable life. If you're getting value from this video, give it a thumbs up and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. How do you save money? Do you have a tip that wasn't mentioned? Share it with our community. Alright, we're nearing the end with tip number 9, buying in bulk. But wait, this isn't about filling your garage with a year's supply of canned beans, it's about strategic bulk buying. Things like toilet paper, rice, pasta, or other non-perishables you regularly use can be cheaper when bought in larger quantities. Just make sure you have enough storage space. And finally, tip number 10. Avoid impulse purchases. This one's tough, I know. Who hasn't been seduced by a shiny gadget or a trendy piece of clothing? But here's a trick. Next time you're tempted, take a step back. Wait a day or 2. If you still want it and it fits within your budget, go for it. But more often than not, you'll find the urge fades. And just like that, you've saved money. And that's a wrap on our 10 frugal living tips that actually work. I hope you've found some new strategies to supercharge your savings. Remember, frugality isn't about deprivation. It's about making your money work for you. So give these tips a try and start living abundantly on less. If you enjoyed this video and want to join our community of savvy savers, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, keep living richly, frugally. Stay frugally rich.